Thank you very much. I am Yamashiki. We entitled a kind of a collaboration title as a Sustainable Mother Planet and Human Survivability. This is a kind of new concept. And do you think, is it Earth? It's actually the different planet, not the Earth. It's an imaginary planet. Because you know the continent, the shape is different. The blue ocean, no cloud. So I don't know how big, how far from here. But this is just imaginary planet. But our concept, why I told the sustainable mother planet, is not just for the Earth, for the think about our future generation, something like that. This picture was drawn by Professor Yoshida. Yoshida-san is here. He's there. Yeah, thank you. Sustainable Mother Planet, outstanding human resource education. This we will submit this proposal. But the important thing is that we think the natural resources of the earth, other ocean, forest, and land. Our civilization is on the natural resources, but we created and we need an essential item. So we identify three: the water and energy and natural resources and food as the three important components. Of course, we need more, right? However, if you think about what is more essential, we concluded these three might be the key. And this is an essential item for human survivability that we determine. And then, based on these three, we create a society. And society, we need politics and community, right? And economics and social infrastructure. So economy is depending upon all of these resources because you validate. Of course, there is an industry we didn't write down here. And of course, informatics and IT and probably the artificial intelligence is something like here. However, everything is standing upon what the earth provides for us, it's ocean, forest, land, and then we extract the essential thing. But we are living in this society, so this is a social infrastructure. This is wrong, I'm sorry. Okay, so the thing is, why we do like this is we are trying to move to the, think about moving to the different planet. What we need to bring. You need to bring food, you need to bring water, and you need to bring the air. But air you can extract from the water because the water can be, it's a hydrogen and oxygen, you can extract oxygen. So these are the essential things when you think about migrating the different world. So, but we overlay something important organization, which we conclude the agreement. For example, the UNDP, actually the UNDP representative is not here today due to the commitment. And however, there is OECD, Ikeda Sensei is here. Ikeda Sensei contributed and Sakurai Sensei a lot with the OECD's conclusion, and they are leading organization for the food. And FAO, Charlie Borko is here, and we concluded the agreement. And UN Environment, actually UN Environment, we concluded MOU, however, it's expired. Now we are drafted and a final version and to be signed very soon. So hopefully the relationship with the UN Environment, this was known as a UNEP, is one of the leading organizations for the environment. And of course, the UNESCO. UNESCO actually deal with so many things, right? So not only water, but we put just water because the UNESCO, of course, deal with the culture. And I put ITER, other energy. Of course, there is the IAEA and many different organizations there. And the idea is that our world is actually in the destructive mode in the many different sense. Too many water, and flood, climate change, climate instability, and climate variation, and drought. It's very strange because we are suffering this summer too much rainfall. And on the other hand, if you go to the United States, there is a fire, right? We met the wildfire in the United States. And then what we are trying to propose, for example, you minimize what you need. This is an illustration of the biosphere 2 that I will introduce later. And then trying to optimize what we need, a minimum requirement to build a society. So this is actually we did in the space camp. This is astronaut Takao Doi and Professor Terada and the student from Kyoto University and the University of Arizona. We made a space camp. But why we do the space camp in like this environment? This is actually the miniature of the tropical forest built in the desert. So which means the minimum requirement and reproduction of the natural resources and whether we can survive on there, right? We are talking about SDGs, right? So how can our advanced integrated study for human survivability can meet with our goal? Of course, we say the sustainable development goals are always ahead of our future career path. And this is very important because our study is not divided into discipline. So we are interdisciplinary study. It's like we call it a new integrated field of study. Human survivability study deal with each topic of the SDG depending upon what you feel and depending upon what you need. And then we are trying to build our future career path. Actually, two of former graduate students of the Shishukan program get into the FAO, right? Thanks for the collaboration of the Borico. And actually, one new former student is going to, where are you going? Yeah, International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA. It's a leading organization for the atomic energy, right? And then not only that, we have an international organization, and then the academic sector. We have already one professor, assistant professor, one lecturer, and also the public sector. I think the one guy will going to work in JICA. Is it true? I think from the next year. And also the private sector. We have many people who went to the private sector. So, and for the education program, we have an overseas internship, project-based research, service running, those kind of things. And what I involved for this, I will introduce one of the examples. Actually, I was one of the members for determining a baseline indicator for Sustainable Development Goal number 6.3. It was the indicator for world water quality, the global water quality. So I was one of the members. So I would say that I contributed developing the indicator of SDG before official launch of SDG. It was 2014. However, the meeting was very high level. I was one of them, one of 200 members. So I could say something, but it was diluted, right? So discussing, and there is very big hierarchy that many organizations, we discuss this layer and this layer, this layer. It's difficult to achieve what we would like to say, right? And based on that, we have a workshop after. This was an organization with the UNESCO. We organized a International Symposium on Water Quality in 2015. This was helped by many students here at Kyoto University. And then we developed the global lakes and reservoir repository, and that is still in the development, but with the satellite image, water remote sensing technology that we are trying to do. And then this is a student. It is very interesting case that I would like to introduce, that our graduate student is now actually working for FAO officially. It's an official agreement concluded between FAO and Kyoto University. And Mr. Ayaka Nomura, she is actually contributing directly how to minimize the food waste. So can you introduce very quickly what you're doing?
Thank you very much. I'm Ayaka Nomura. I'm one of the students in Shishukan GSAIS. So I hope my example can influence the panel discussion in here. So what I did is I had two main tasks. One is to raise awareness of Kyoto University students on campus, especially in Seikyo's canteens, as well as we have this new textbook for children to, of course, this is for educate the younger students to promote food waste reduction. And this was English text. So what Kyoto University students did was we collaborated and worked together to translate it and then to produce Japanese version of textbook.
It's a local language, right?
Local, yeah, well, of course. But basically, I cannot present this as my final outcome because this is still ongoing. However, I want to report some of the findings I have found. One for the campus project, we have with the collaboration with Dr. Boliko, in June, we have launched one symposium for food waste reduction, raise awareness symposium. One thing is that Kyoto University's campus produced very little food waste.
Originally.
Yeah, well, initially. And although we had some impact, but it was not as huge impact as the previous research, which was done in Thailand. And
so Kyoto University student was good before.
Yeah, so right. What we could say from this outcome is we are missing an opportunity to advertise how good we are doing originally. And also what we can do in the future is from the research, I have identified the 4 food products that we tend to left behind, and also we don't recognize this is as a food waste. Like one is the side vegetables with the when main dish comes, there's some side salad
quick.
Yeah, okay, sorry. As well as soup and also main rice.
No worries.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, always. Okay, and pickles as well. So, so next time I do this kind of project is I would like to advertise these 4 particular food products to promote more food waste reduction awareness. And also, I want to recognize for this project, the elementary school president came to our event, and he has shown the interest and invited me as a guest lecturers. As well as here, there are 2 students who have contributed, Miss Shibata and also Mr. Tsuchiya here. Of course, there are so many Kyoto University students who collaborated with me, but only 2 students can make it today. However, so this is ongoing project. I want to report more in later and also in the report, but I will back to you.
Yeah, this is very important because the student actually contributing directly what the FAO need in the local manner in order to project this in the global scale. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Yamashiki. So that we also understand that from the perspective of academia, the collaboration is very, very important.